All right. Hello. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Everything looking good, sounding good. Hello, Lori. What's up, T Rose? What's up, Shannon? It's so nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this Thursday afternoon. I usually do not go live on Thursday afternoon, but here we are. I tried to go live earlier, and like as soon as I showed my face, it just kind of crapped the bed. So that's kind of where we are at. Anybody who requested a super chat question on the last stream will get answered here. Okay, so this is going to be all signs tarot. We are going to be taking a look at your person's true feelings for you. So whatever person that you have on your mind, does it have to be romantic? Not necessarily, but I usually do focus on that. Just apply it as you may. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You can check any placement. It really doesn't matter. As always, if you want to book a personal reading, then you can do so at violettaalexis.com. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, you can just ask on YouTube today. Okay, so any question that you need, just ask on YouTube. If you're like, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to be here for when it gets answered, that's totally fine. My wonderful mod, Lori Dart, is here and she is going to timestamp everything. Okay, so without further ado, I guess we can get right into it. What's up, Meow? What's up, Complexity? Hello. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask the big question. Okay. What sign do you guys want to start with? Whoever answers first wins. Whoever answers first wins. What's up, traveling alien? Oh, that's weird. I noticed that it's doing that now. It's showing the not the display name. I don't know why it's doing that. That's so weird to me. Okay, Awesome Blossom 1, Shannon, I love you, don't be mad. Shannon, I love you, don't be mad. The rules are you drop the sign after I ask, okay? I'm sorry, Shannon, I love you so much, don't kill me. Oh my God, what's up, ASG? What's up, B? Awesome Blossom. Awesome Blossom won today. So I'm sorry, you guys, don't be upset. Maybe you'll win next time. You got to be quicker on the draw, you know what I mean? What's up, Kenneth? Thank you so much. All right. So once again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. It is super steamy and spicy out here in Virginia. Bleh. It just feels like you're walking outside right into like a wet fart. And it's just, sorry, I know that was really disgusting. But Virginia is so freaking humid. Like you can just see, like I washed my hair yesterday and my hair just looks so greasy already. I just can't win. You know what I mean? So, but welcome to All Signs, their feelings for you. Keep in mind, if you guys want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can go ahead and just ask right here on YouTube. If you're not really sure how it works, just look at the pinned comment in the chat section and it will give you all of the information that you need to. If you're not going to be able to stick around for me to read your super chat question or for me to read the cards for you, Lori is going to write all of the timestamps so you guys can just come back later and kind of figure it out. Okay. You lived in Williamsburg, really? Okay. Yeah, it's not, I would love to move. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to move to California. I really miss it there. Can't lie. Okay. All right. Come on. All right, there we go. What's up, Nicole? Hi, honey. Okay, so I want to make sure that you guys are able to, let me just check one last thing and we'll go ahead and get into it, okay? Okay, cool, it's on. All right. Alrighty, let's get into this then. We're starting with Aquarius. Per Awesome Blossom request. If you guys have not liked the video, I would appreciate it if you did. Thank you guys so much. If you are not subscribers, I would, of course, be very honored for you to join me. Okay. What's up, Jojo? Thanks. I think I got it. Oh, Kenez, I don't mean to distract you from work. I'm sorry. What's up, Maraha? I wish they would stop showing the screen names and show the display names because I feel like some people I know, but it's not. Anyway, All right. What's up, Mojo? Nice to see you. All righty. Let's do it. All right, what's going on, Aquarius? I hope you guys are having a great day thus far. Let's go ahead and see your person's true feelings for you. So first, let's pull their energy. Oh man, these cards got wet on the drive over here. Oh man, thank God they're made of plastic. Judgment reversed. Their true feelings is the Star. What they're not telling you, the Eight of Wands. Okay. Let's see that Judgment. This is a feminine. Sorry, Aquarius, if you are a feminine, this might be reversed. Okay, so if you need to, please. Judgment reversed, the Strength and the Queen of Wands. You know, sometimes the Judgment reverse can represent a sense of self-doubt. Okay, it can represent where we're second guessing ourselves, we're second guessing our decision. I don't really think so with this because they're showing up as the Strength and the Queen of Wands, which is a pretty confident energy. So I feel like this is likely somebody who's not really reconciling right now. They may feel like they don't really see the situation clearly. So if anything, they're likely holding back. I do feel a very strong sense of confidence from this person. Like this is somebody who probably either feels like hot shit right now or somebody who's essentially taking the lead in their own life. And they are confident in self. The Queen of Wands is Aries, so it's about self. And the Strength is true, honest to God, confidence, passion, you know, kind of the zest for life, so to speak. And this is somebody who kind of knows when to hold them. You know what I mean by that? They know when to hold back. They know when to take the lead, etc. So I feel like that's kind of what they're doing. I'm going to clarify that Judgment reversed. It feels like it's not that they doubt themselves as a whole. It's almost as if they're not trying to focus on their emotions for you. Not that they don't have them, because they do. And dare I say it's mutual. Okay. Don't mean to call you out, but the Queen of Cups is mutual. And so for some of you, this can be a same sex relationship. That's not for all of you. Okay. So it's not that they're not confident in self, but you know, when like for instance, you know, when you get your heart broke and sometimes you end up kind of breaking down, having a crash out, right? And then you're like crying all the time, or you flip it and you decide that you're going to kind of bust your ass and you're going to continue to grow and you're going to hit the gym and you're going to, you know, whatever it is, okay, whatever the thing is for this person. It seems like they're trying not to focus on the emotionality and they're trying to focus on what they can do, how they're showing up. They're in this kind of can-do energy. And I don't want to say they're suppressing their emotions. They just aren't wanting to really reckon them right now or really look at them, to be honest. Their true feelings for you. Okay. The Star, the Hangman reverse, and the Nine of Cups. There's still the belief that something can be. And I don't think they're negating that. I don't think that they're trying to act like they don't care. I don't think they're trying to, you know, act like they're just so self-focused that they don't even have any room for you in their life. Okay. They haven't let go. But I do think there's this energy about them where they're saying, well, what do I need? What do I want? What makes me happy on an individual level? Because there could have been, I feel like this person tended to have a very strong focus on like the we of a situation. Me and you, how is Aquarius feeling? What can I do to make things better, or whatever, right? And I'm not saying they can't be like that, but that's not where they're focused. They're focused on this. They're focused on the self. Tell me about that Hangman reversed, the Hierophant reversed. They're in this kind of like this person, let me put it like this. This person has a very distinct belief about a relationship, about this relationship, about this connection. And I don't think that they're really willing to let whatever that is go. So there's something very stubborn in regards to the way that they see things. And I don't think that's really going to change anytime soon. What they may not be telling you, they want to talk or they want to come see you, especially if this is like a long distance relationship. 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, the Sun reverse, even if it's not, this person wants to have a conversation with you. They likely want to make plans. They could be making plans to have a conversation or to come see you, or maybe they're just thinking about it, but they do have their doubts, right? They do have their doubts, but even with the Sun being in reverse, it's still a positive card. So, regardless of their doubts, regardless of maybe, you know, they're being a little pessimistic, but they're trying not to be. Like I said, there's still hope that this person has, but they're very like, yeah, but there's this one thing that you and I don't agree on, and I'm not really going to let that go, you know? Because I'm wondering if this is somebody who has tended to make a lot of sacrifices in the past, either with you, with other partners, something like that. And it kind of feels like they're holding their own. Your hard work is paying off. And house 7. Well, house 7 is about relationships. It's about one-on-one relationships. It's about intimacy. Now, if this advice specifically has nothing to do with this person, this can be saying like if you have a client-based business, your hard work is going to pay off and you need to continue to do that. If this is not about that and it's about this person, then I would say whatever it is that you've been working on in relation to this person, if you've been going to therapy, if you have been trying to be more amicable, if you have trying whatever, I feel like that is going to pay off if you continue to work at it, especially when it comes to how you relate to another and how you are in relationships as a whole and with this individual. Okay. So, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can do so right here on YouTube. If you want to see the menu, just click on the little pinned comment in the chat box. Okay. And of course, for all my super chatters, your timestamps will be available in the comments. So if you can't stick around and wait for me, then it'll be available to you still. Okay. All right. Okay, what's going on, Pisces? I hope that you guys are having a great day. Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you. The Knight of Swords and their energy towards you. The Ten of Swords and their feelings. The Emperor for what they're not saying. Six of Swords reverse, the King of Wands. I feel like you're going to get communication from this person at some point if you haven't already. It's probably going to come in pretty fast. I feel like this person is going to have a lot of questions, more questions than answers, most likely, specifically about the past, specifically about the problems that you guys have had. If there's been any mental games, if there's been any mind games, deception between the two of you, I feel like they're going to revisit this with you. And they seem to be pretty confident in what they're saying, how they're saying it. And it is going to come out of nowhere. What are they asking about? The Five of Wands. It's about a fight. It's about a fight, deception, drama that you guys have been through. It almost feels like a calm like a calm, not interrogate, confrontation. Feels a little, feels a little confrontational. But this person is taking the lead. Like they're doing it in a way that is digestible, I guess you could say. So it's not like they're calling you and screaming at you on the phone. It's like the way that they're doing it seems to be, I think, with good intent. Because the King of Wands, like, he's not a bad guy. The King of Wands reverse sucks. All right. He sucks. He's gross. Okay. We hate that guy. Okay. But the King of Wands in the upright, it's somebody who will lead by example. It's somebody who is likely to treat you the way that they want to be treated, you know? There's a little charm in there somewhere. And they're feeling pretty confident in what it is that they're saying. What is the drama about? The Eight of Cups reversed. Either somebody went back to an ex, somebody revisited the past and maybe they weren't supposed to. Somebody could have felt like they were settling in a situation, or this is just a comeback around if this is a past person or a past situation. Their true feelings for you. Oh, damn. Did this person commit that Ten of Swords? No. Ten of Swords, Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and their feelings. There was a betrayal here. And it feels quite unfair to this person. Okay. Even if they did betray you, right? Listen, everyone's going to betray you. Everybody, every last person, even the people that you love the most in the world. That's just how it works. And in one way or another, you will likely betray everyone as well, you know, even if it's something small. So there is a betrayal in this person's feelings and they're feeling it, but it's weird because it feels like they're willing to just let it go, or they're wanting to see something from a higher perspective. Have you ever been having a fight with someone, like having an argument with someone, and you realized it was kind of going off the rails and you were like, you know, it's just not worth the losing the relationship. This fight just isn't worth sacrificing my peace in this connection. That's what they're feeling. This person thinks about you all the time, like all the time. A lot of good stuff. Don't get me wrong, like there are feelings of maybe animosity, or, you know, but there's also this feeling of there's nowhere to go but up. And they feel like a lot of this is up to fate, not just about what you can do and what they can do. It to them, there's something about this that feels fated. It feels past life. It feels, even if this person doesn't believe in that, they could be like, God, I just feel like I've known this person forever, or I've known Pisces forever, or whatever. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like they don't want to worry about it. It's like I'm not saying that this was small, but they feel like in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to your guys' connection or your relationship, that is small. These problems are small. Now, I know that would be easy to say, especially if they're the one that committed the big betrayal, right? But I think that they're trying to be in their higher mind about it. What they're not telling you, the Emperor, the Magician reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. They want to be what you want them to be, Pisces. So, for instance, if you wanted them to, I don't know, take initiative more, you know, stop being so petty or whatever. Like they care about what you think. And because they see themselves through not your eyes, but your analytical eye, like sometimes they monitor what they're doing, and they're like, oh, Pisces, you know, wouldn't like this, or if I acted like this, Pisces would criticize me about this, I shouldn't do this, or it's like something like that, and they see themselves through your lens, or what they think is your lens, basically. And so I feel like they're trying to step up, but there's also a lot of doubt that even if they tried, to be more, that it wouldn't be enough, or because they're very self-critical. Wow. Look at the bigger picture and house 5. Listen, I don't know what happened here. Okay, I'm just the messenger. But what I will say is this: don't get lost in the details. There's something bigger at play, and it's asking you to try to exercise some lightheartedness in the situation. Now, if this is like somebody who beat the crap out of you or cheated on you over and over again, then this is not it. Okay. Um, this is more about you having a higher perspective, a sense of childlike wonder, maybe when it comes to this connection, maybe just in general, and to be able to integrate that creativity or that passion or that play into your life again, or into this connection. But it's asking you to practice optimism and to try to take something a little bit lighthearted. Okay. Now, for some of you, you need to focus on creative matters or entrepreneurial matters. So I have Leo, Gemini, Aries, double Virgo, Gemini, but it could be any sign. All right. Thank you so much, Pisces. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you are more than welcome to do so right here on YouTube. If you would like to check out the menu, you can do so by checking out the pinned comment in the chat section. Thanks a lot, Pisces, and best of luck. What's up, Sun Power? All right. Let's move on to Aries. All right, what's going on, Aries? I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on with your person and their feelings for you. Okay. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, it could be new. Doesn't have to be. The Three of Cups in their feelings. Okay. And the Death card. Okay. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Wow, I'm not mad at this at all. What's that Devil reversed? The Five of Swords reversed. I love this. Ace of Pentacles, Devil reversed, the World. The Five of Swords reversed is clarifying that Devil reversed. They're willing to put in the work. Like really willing to put in the work. To a great degree. Like this is not somebody who I think is just trying to, you know how you can like start a project and then just kind of leave it, right? And then you forget about it, right? They're not like doing that to you, or at least they don't want to. Camera's blurry. This is somebody who's willing to plant the seed with you. They're willing to take accountability for their addictions, their toxic patterns, toxic cycles, bad behavior, whatever it is. And they seem to be taking accountability for that. Especially if there's been mind games between the two of you, deception, manipulation, they're becoming aware of this. And there's a sense of maturity in how they're attempting to handle it. This is somebody who's empowering themselves through accountability. And I feel like for some of you, if this is a past person, for instance, they're wanting to start over. They're wanting to do it right. They're willing to put in the work. And the Ace of Pentacles, listen, if you plant the seed of the Ace of Pentacles, it's not a run of the mill, you know, like it's true, honest to God, hard work. It's not easy. The Ace of Pentacles is just the beginning of it, but they're willing to do it, especially with that world there. And they're trying to take the mature route. They're wanting to be, because the world is Saturnian, it's Saturn, it's the last of the major arcana. And so we start with the Fool and we work all the way, the Empress, the Emperor, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Judge, blah, 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 right? And we complete that cycle. And this is somebody who's trying to do that. They want the beginning and they want the end, right, so to speak. Like they're not trying to take shortcuts, or they don't want to take shortcuts. So, wow. Wow. Okay. Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups reversed. Love this. Immediately, yes, for me. This is somebody who doesn't just view you as a partner or somebody who they could be married to, or whatever. Like they also view you as a friend, or feel that camaraderie with you. I feel like you and this person have either had very deep talks, or they feel like they can kind of tell you anything. That's Mercury in Cancer. It's very emotionally mature conversation. It's a very intimate conversation. It's very vulnerable. And this person feels like they can be that with you. This person is either in a relationship with you, married to you, or that's what they want to be with that King of Pentacles. They want to show up for you. They want to provide something of substance for you. And if this is somebody who's had options before, I feel like they choose you with that Seven of Cups reversed. You know, one, they feel like you are the most realistic option. And two, because of all the other stuff that I said. This is not like they're, you know, putting you on a pedestal and then you have to live up to it. And then later, if you make a mistake, they knock you down and then like, oh, I can't do that, you know, or whatever, you know, for like one little flaw or something like that. So then we have the Death card. I love that Death card. So cute. We have the Death card for what they're not telling you. Wow, that's deep. Ooh, Jesus. For some of you, if you had an ending with this person before, and if they didn't, um, if they were not grateful for you, or something like that, I think they're very likely aware of it, but they may not be talking about it. However, if that's not the case, mm, I feel like this person fears that they're not going to be good enough for you. Like there's a fear that this person has, like they're not going to be good enough or rich enough, or they're not going to be able to give you what you want, or, and they could be afraid that the changes that they've made or the changes that they're attempting to make are just not enough. Tell me about that Four of Cups. Page of Wands. You know what it's making me think of? It's making me think of like like a little boy in school who like thinks his classmate is really cute or something, right? Just for an example. and he thinks that this girl is really, really cute, and he is like, oh well, maybe I'll pass her a note in class, and then like he doesn't do it that day, and then he works himself up and he's like, all right, I'm gonna pass her the note in class, and I'm gonna do it this day, you know, and then he gets too scared, and he chickens out again, right? And so he's like building up to that confidence, but there's still that fear that when he does it, there's going to be a rejection, then he's going to feel like a big loser, you know. There's something there's something like that here. Okay. A time to give rather than take, and air. So, you know, to be honest with you, listen, Aries, if this is like a piece of shit, then I don't think this is your reading. If this person's like a piece of crap, they treat you terrible, right? They don't do anything for it. Like, I don't think this is your reading. Okay. Um, Whoever this person is willing to do the work. They're a little afraid of rejection, I think. They're making changes, etc. So, if this is your reading, this is asking you to be a bit open-minded. Now, this says new moon in Virgo. We're having new moon in Virgo on August 22nd or August 23rd, depending upon where you're at. Okay. So maybe see where you have Virgo in your chart, and that can tell you or give you a hint about this connection or what you need to be giving or whatever. And so I feel like with air, it's about how we think. It's about the way that we communicate what we're communicating. And so there may be something that you're needing to offer in regards to conversation. I don't know. Maybe it's reassurance. Maybe it's just some depth. I don't know. But it's asking you to be open-minded and open lines of communication, or just be very blunt about what it is you want, what you're willing to give, whatever. Does that make sense? So Aries, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat to get your cards read during this live stream, then you can just do so right here on YouTube. If you need the menu, you can just check the pinned comment in the chat section. And if you won't be able to wait around for me to read it, that's okay. My mod will put your timestamp in the comments. All right. What's up, Faye? Hello. Yeah, that Aries reading was top tier. I'm not going to lie. No problem, ASG. Please do. Let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. All right. What's going on, Taurus? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you. Okay. The Ace of Cups. Okay. The Tower in their feelings. Okay. What they're not telling you is the Six of Wands reversed. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. For some of you, it can be somebody new. Okay, that's not for all of you. If you guys are established like that, this is somebody who loves the shit out of you, you know, with that Ace of Cups there. This person can be curious about you, even if you guys have been together for 10 years, curious about you, wanting to learn more about you. They're trying to keep the balls in the air. They're trying to make wise decisions. They're trying to make practical decisions. If this is somebody you're separated from, they're wanting to offer you something, and they're trying to do it in a very kind of lighthearted way, but I feel like the way that they may present it, there's more to it, or it packs more of a punch than what they're representing. So for instance, you know, it can be somebody who just like, you know, maybe they just pinch your butt in the kitchen, right? Maybe this is an established bond and they pinch your butt in the kitchen, but really they want to do a lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? They want to lay you down and give it to you good. I don't know. Maybe this is somebody new and they hit you up in the DM and they're just trying to be like, oh, hey, like playful, whatever, but they are like infatuated with you or in love with you. It's something like that. That's what it's kind of giving me. So I do want to see that Page of Swords. Ooh, the Seven of Swords reversed. Tell me more about that. What is up with like all of the signs getting this with their person? That Page of Swords is being clarified by the Seven of Swords reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This person has something to offer, especially on an emotional level, an emotional and a mental level. But they may be insecure in regards to either their appearance or the money that they feel like they don't have. Okay. And they may be feeling guilty because they believe that they may not be able to give you what you deserve, or this person may have overpromised and underdelivered at some point, and now they're like, well, I got to show up authentic, or I got to show up real, or whatever. And so, and it's something that they're observing, like something they're observing about you, where they're like, oh man, I'm not good enough for Taurus, or it's something like that. Tell me about that Two of Pentacles, the Fool. I feel like they want a beginning with you. I feel like they want to start with you. I feel like they want to take a leap of faith. They're just trying to do it in a more calculated way, not in like a crappy way, okay, not in like a shady way, but in more of a, okay, chill out, right? Because it kind of feels like they want to jump the gun a little bit, like it's like, oh, I just want to get there with Taurus already, something like that. Yeah, see, wow, I told you they want to jump the gun. The Ten of Cups. So the Tower, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Cups. This person is absolutely in love with you. It's just like I said, it packs more of a punch than you believe. And this person is maybe surprised by how they feel. You could have done something to shock them, or just their feelings in general may have shocked them. There's something about your guys' connection, or the way that they feel about you, that is acting like a bit of a catalyst in their life, and that scares them with the Seven of Wands reverse. The Seven of Wands reverse can represent somebody who is feeling intimidated. Okay, and I was already getting that anyway with that Seven of Swords reverse and the Nine of Pentacles reverse. It's like somebody who's feeling intimidated by a situation, by this situation. Why are they feeling intimidated? The Page of Pentacles. I feel like it's around money, because we saw that earlier. It's around money or their physical appearance. Like they feel like what they have to offer is not enough, or their love is not enough, or their presence is not enough, or whatever. Tell me about that Tower. The Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, dude. Like, are you like married to them, or are they just like wanting to lock it down or something? It's almost like this person was like, holy, I could have it all with Taurus. Oh my God, this is like a person I could have it all with, but I don't know if I can offer what they deserve, or I feel like I have to make promises I can't keep, or, like, because they kind of feel like they got to sell you on something in order to get you, or I don't know. Reads aren't half bad today. What they're not telling you. Ooh. Six of Wands reversed, Knight of Wands reversed, and the Four of Wands reversed. Okay. This person could be having some home trouble, all right, for some of you. For others of you, I think that this person has either already done this, or they may feel like they need to do this. So when I see the Six of Wands reverse and the Knight of Wands reverse combined, it can represent somebody who is attempting to grab your attention in ways that are a bit unbecoming, right? Um, being too loud at a bar in order for you to get you to look at them, or maybe they are, I don't know, right? What they're doing, something they feel like they need to do something out of pocket, or like, a little bit too large and in charge in order to get your attention. or to get you to notice them or get you to sleep with them, or, and don't get me wrong, I don't think it's just that. Like, and I'm saying that as if you're already in a relationship with this person, they may be willing to go all out in order to get that intimacy again or something like that. But it's all stemming from insecurity. This person has a lot of insecurities, but they have, what they do have to offer is a lot. I do believe that. I think there's just some insecurities around appearance or money. The answers you need are coming. Uranus. I feel like the answers that you feel like you need are going to shock you with Uranus there. Uranus is the great awakener. And with this full moon in Gemini card, this can be like, oh, there's a conversation that's happening that is totally out of the blue. I wasn't expecting this. They may say something to you that is incredibly unexpected, but it may change your mind in one direction or another. It may surprise you. You may be taken aback by this conversation, but this is also telling you or asking you to either see something from a different perspective, or it may be asking you to break free from this if that's something that you want to do. But Uranus can also be about kind of being authentic, being open to change. And so this can be like, don't just accept, maybe the bare minimum just because you want to be compliant, or, just be you, whatever that is. Okay. So Taurus, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat, you can do that right here on YouTube. If you don't know what the menu is, you can check out the pinned comment in the chat section. My coffee isn't that good. All right, let's move on to Gemini. What's going on, Gemini? I hope that you guys are doing well. Hey, Sarah, your question from the earlier stream, anybody who asked a question from the previous stream will be answered after this broadcast, and it will be time-stamped, okay? So Sarah and Lucine, I know you girls had asked a question. Everything will be answered after the broadcast as per usual. My internet just cut out earlier, and so I had to go back home. And so, yeah, that's why I obviously couldn't answer then, because the internet wasn't working. So now that I'm back home, everything will be answered. So thank you for being so patient. All right. What's up, Aubrey? It's nice to see you. How you doing, darling? All right, Gemini, let's see your person. The Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles in their feelings. The Ace of Wands reversed for what they're not telling you. Ooh. What's that Four of Pentacles reverse? Okay. It's enough. With the Four of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords reversed, they're willing to take a chance. Okay. This can be someone new for some of you. It doesn't have to be, but they're willing to take a chance. They're willing to open up. They're willing to take a little bit of a risk. Okay. More so on an emotional level with that Page of Cups. It's a very innocent offer. This person may have some kind of admiration for you or your character or your physical appearance, or whatever it may be. And they're not confused about that. They seem to be pretty certain, and it seems a bit lighthearted, although the Page of Cups is quite, it's very sweet. They're very sweet, innocent kind of feelings. This person could be younger than you for some of you. That's not for all of you. Can I tell me more about this person's energy towards Gemini? The Ace of Swords, yeah, I feel like it could be somebody new. Okay. They're very clear. Like, this person has no confusion about either you or just who they are or what they want. This seems to be a pretty honest person. Like, they're being very upfront with you, very honest. They're not They're not like, in their head about things and, deciding, trying to figure out what their options are. It's just, this is a very straight to the point kind of individual. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles reversed. I mean, yeah, lovers. I mean, they want to take a chance on you. Lovers is Gemini. They're willing to do that. They're willing to take a little bit of a chance, which means that the Four of Pentacles, now keep in mind, so the Four of Pentacles reversed is somebody who's come out of this. Okay. The Four of Pentacles upright is like, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking a fucking L. I'm not, I'm not taking an L. Okay. Not for you, not for anybody, right? The Four of Pentacles reverse is like, I'll take a risk, you know? What do I have to lose? Or even if I do, I still have plenty, whatever that means. And I feel like this person is very much in their high vibration. Like it's a confident innocence. I don't feel like this person has bad intentions with you at all. I'm getting a really good vibe from them. I'm not getting a bad vibe at all. But I wouldn't mess with them though. I feel like I feel like they could be very quick to cut somebody off, you know? Woo! Ooh, they're a giver. The Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Empress. Why is the Five of Cups here? The Justice reversed. This person has some regrets, though. I do feel like this is a feminine. This person is a giver. They're a giver. And they've given even at the expense of themselves. And I think they have maybe some regrets around that. Maybe it's in regards to you, maybe just in general, especially because they feel like the giving that they did was unrequited. So if we're going from the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, which is a cardinal sign, which means the cardinal signs tend to take initiative, right? They're the ones that get up and kind of go first. Okay, they just go about it in different ways. So this person may have taken a lot of initiation in the past, and now there's this kind of film of, oh, why did I do that? Or, now they're kind of in this energy of receptiveness, of receiving. I don't feel like they're going to chase anybody down for a day old wiener from 7-Eleven. I feel like this person is pretty confident in their worth. It doesn't mean that they don't have regrets. It's just they're more confident in who they are now than who they were before. And I feel like this person is very attracted to you. Like there's something where there's a very strong attraction. They're wanting to nurture it, but at the same time, I don't think that they want to give themselves to their own detriment. Now, for some of you, maybe this person did you wrong. Okay. Maybe that's what that is. But with what I'm seeing, I don't know. What they're not telling you is this about Gemini? Reversed is no, upright is yes. Okay. They're stalling a little bit. Ace of Wands reversed, Hermit reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. They're stalling a little. Why? The King of Cups reversed. They feel like they're not really sure that you are being honest. They may feel like something, all right, don't get mad at me, okay? I feel like this is a feminine. They may have felt like there was something that you did or something that you said that kind of like gave them the ick. Ace of Wands reverses can sometimes be when we lose attraction. And so if I'm asking like, well, why? I got the King of Cups reverse, which means that there was a masculine here who King of Cups reversed it, which can represent somebody who's willing to say anything just to be able to get their needs met or get laid or whatever it is, right? And I'm not saying that you did do that, but something gave them the like, ooh, and they got a little paranoid. And then they may feel like something isn't really meeting a standard, or they may kind of feel like they don't really know if they want to put in the work because they don't know if it's going to be worth it maybe, but they're open. Believe in the impossible. Conjunction. How do you want this to go? Is what this is asking. Like, how do you want this to go? Because if I feel like you could have a lot with this person, but you're going to have to meet this person halfway. I feel with that conjunction energy. Tell me about what can they believe in here? You can let your guard down with the Nine of Wands reverse. Like if you're showing up in like your ego, or you got your defenses up, or I'm not saying don't have boundaries, but I'm saying if your defenses are like insanely high, like maybe that's coming through ego, right? Or like I can tell when like for instance, like if a man tries to hit on me, and I can tell when he's living through his ego or who he actually is. You can use, and same for women, right? You can tell. So I feel like how do you want this to go? I think it's really up to you. So Gemini, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. If you want to check out the menu for that, you can just look at the pinned comment in the chat section. Thanks a lot, Gemini. Take it easy. All right. Let's move on to Cancer. What's going on, Cancer? How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings. Queen, damn, we're getting a lot of feminine energy today. The Queen of Swords reversed for their energy towards you. The Two of Cups and their feelings. That's good. The King of Swords reversed for what they're not saying. It's a little wet. Okay. God damn it. I left a water bottle in this freaking bag where I had these cards like an idiot, and now they're like a little damp. So mad. So the Queen of Swords reversed is clarified by the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. Ooh, you stress this person out. You stress this person out, baby. You do. They're pretty pissed. They're pretty pissed. Like they're not picking up what you're putting down. They're not smelling what you're stepping in. They don't get it. This person is feeling pretty angry. I'm going to clarify to see what it's about, and they may be feeling a little over emotional because they may either feel misunderstood, or they just feel like they have too much responsibility to take on, and you're just kind of piling more on in some way, even if that's just like maybe you're just not contacting them as much, or maybe there's just been arguments. So it just feels like they bit off more than they can chew in the connection, or they feel like they're taking on responsibility that they feel like isn't necessarily theirs. Why are they upset? The Seven of Pentacles. They feel like they keep investing in this, and they're like, when am I gonna when is it gonna pay off? you know, when is my fucking day to put my feet up and, relax and have a margarita by the pool? When is it my day to be able to not have to text Cancer first or whatever? I do feel like this is a woman. Okay, so Cancer feminines, I'm sorry if this is reversed. When is my day to, sit in my plush robe with my, dragon slippers on and, with a cucumber mask on my face with a towel on my head and watch the fucking Price is Right with a cigarette in my, they're like, when is my time? What's that 10 of Wands reversed? The 2 of Swords. I need one more on that. The High Priestess reverse. Oh boy. They're like avoiding it. They like keep suppressing it. They're like suppressing it. I just don't want to deal with it right now. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to suppress it. I'm just going to whatever. Not even going to say anything, but they're like they feel like furious in a way. Like there's something they're pretty furious about. And I'm not going to lie, it does appear that they have some things that they really need to get off their chest, but they're like I'm just going to keep the peace. I'm just going to keep the peace. And when you're feeling like that, when you're feeling like I'm just going to keep the peace, I'm just going to keep the peace, instead of waging a war with another, you have now waged a war within yourself. Because if you don't say it, it festers inside of you. If you say it, then you risk having an argument with another, right? You risk having that tension. And they don't seem to be risking it right now. They're like, I'm just gonna not say anything. That's what it looks like. They love ya, 2 of Cups, but that 5 of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords reverses there. This can be somebody like, okay, let me think of an example. So let's say that you and this person are married. Okay, just apply this example how you may. Let's say you and this person are married, and let's say you guys got a couple of kids together, and they're taking the kids to school. They're making everybody dinner, lunch, breakfast. They're cleaning up the laundry. They're doing all of this, and you pay the bills. Um, Now they love you, but they feel alone in this. They just feel alone or unappreciated or left out or emotionally abandoned. Tell me more about that 5 of Pentacles. They need like nurturing and care. They need that romance. They need some fucking romance. They need some romance. They want to be wooed a little. Maybe they want some flowers. Maybe they want you to ask them out to dinner. Cuz it's triggering their sense of worthiness. I'm getting a lot of that kind of energy tonight. I'm getting a lot of that energy tonight with a lot of people, or today, whatever the fuck. Getting a lot of that. Like where people are really questioning their worth or their place in someone's life or if they're enough. Now they want peace. King of Swords reversed, the 4 of Swords, and the Temperance. I feel like they want you to stop thinking about yourself all the time. Okay. I'm not saying that you are. Okay. This is just what they're not telling you. Because you think about, okay, this is King of Swords reverse. The King of Swords in the upright is Aquarius. Aquarius is of the thought they're thinking about everybody as a whole. What is best for everyone? Like you think about Varys from Game of Thrones, right? Everything was for the realm. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about the realm. It's about everyone and how everybody is benefiting or not. What is best for the world at large? not what's best for you, right? So now the King of Swords reverse is the opposite of that. The King of Swords reverse is like, no, me. Okay. It can be that. It can be a gaslighter, a manipulator, a mental abuser in extreme cases. And so this person is like, I need a fucking break. Like, this person may sometimes feel at peace, more at peace without you. And I know that that's really like hard to hear, right? Now, if you're like, this person's crazy, right? Maybe they are. I have no idea who this person is. I don't know your relationship. I don't know anything about you. But if you're like, well, maybe Violetta's right. Maybe I should think about things and do some self-reflection, then great. All the power to you. I'm just telling you what's on the table. Okay? This person is trying to heal, but I feel like they need your help because it's kind of like the person that hurt me is the person that needs to heal me or whatever. You know what I mean? Adjustments are required. And the sun. Well, the sun is Leo, and this can if it says adjustments are required and then the sun shows up, the sun is about the self, right? The sun rules Leo. It's the star in the sky, right? It can be a lot around me, what I want. It can represent selfishness or self-centeredness sometimes. And so when it says adjustments are required around the sun, then that can be what it is. You know? You're like, okay, well, maybe we need to shine a light on the things that we're needing to adjust here. Maybe we're needing to be honest with ourselves. For others of you, maybe it's just about you needing to have a more positive mind frame in regards to this. Okay, that can be it as well, especially if you feel like this person is wrong. Okay, so maybe it's that. Um, and it could also be that you're needing to adjust the way that you express yourself as well, because the sun can be about self-expression, you know? So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question during this live, you can do so right here on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Cancer, and have a great week. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Leo. What's going on, Leo? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you. So we have the Chariot. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. Their feelings for you, the Two of Cups. Okay. And the Eight of Swords for what they're not telling you. Let's see that Chariot. Okay. Why the Three of Wands reversed? The Ten of Swords. For some of you, this person is waiting for you to end something. Okay. And they're getting frustrated because something is taking too long. We have the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands reversed. Some of you could work with this person. That's not for all of you. This person is trying to take initiative. There is some emotional motive behind this. They're trying to get on the same page with you. They're trying to work on a team with you, but they seem to be frustrated either due to some form of betrayal or some kind of ending that has been needing to happen for a long time. Okay. What is their intent with Leo here? The Ten of Cups. They want a relationship with you, or if you guys are already in a relationship, they want to keep nurturing that. But they're frustrated either because you guys are on and off again, or they're frustrated because of some form of betrayal, or maybe they're frustrated because they expected you to end something and you didn't. There's something around a sense of frustration here. It feels like this is somebody who, some of you had an ending with them and you guys are kind of circling back and you're trying to make it work, because the Three of Wands reverse makes me feel like we're needing to go. If the Three of Wands is reversed, it makes me feel like we're needing to go back to the Two of Wands, which can talk about, okay, we're needing to go back to the drawing board. We got to go back to the drawing board. We have to make a plan. We have to plan things better. We have to decide. We have to do things differently. We have to make decisions uh out of our comfort zone, okay? And this person loves you, or this person wants to love you, or if you guys already have a relationship, they want to have a victory in the relationship. No doubt about it. They're open to getting on the same page with you. This person feels very in control of themselves, in control of their emotions, but they do get a little frustrated with you. Give me more on that 3 of Wands reversed. Yeah, they feel like you guys keep repeating cycles. And they're frustrated. They're like, okay, we gotta can do this shit a different way. But it's not bad. It's not like the worst in the world. You know, it's certainly not the worst tarot reading I've ever seen. God, one time, I think it was a Virgo read. I can't remember, but I saw like the Tower, the Ten of Swords, like the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Like I saw, it was just so bad. So it's not the worst reading in the world. You know what I mean? Oh my God, this is great. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Taurus got this. The Two of Cups, the Devils, the Ten of Pentacles. You are either married in a relationship to this person or that is what they want. When they think about their feelings for you, this is somebody who feels deeply understood by you. They feel like you guys have a very tender connection, a very soulmate kind of vibe, even more than just lovers, friends as well. And I think that this person is, tell me about that Devil reversed. Mm. If there has been some gossip, rumors, drama around this connection, because that Three of Cups reversed is clarifying that Devil reversed, there's an awareness of that and a desire to change that. If there's been third-party situations, they want to let that go, okay? Or they want you to, okay? But I feel like it would be them, maybe. I'm not sure. This is somebody who wants to have it all with you, or they feel like they can have it all with you. So whatever that means for them, right? So it can be different for everybody. But the Ten of Pentacles is your ultimate form of what you want in this life, what you want to leave behind, what you want to achieve, how you want your life to look. It's like everything you've ever wanted. And they feel like that is you in some regard. And their intent is to have a loving, healthy, stable relationship. That's what they want. What is the blockage? The High Priestess reverse. I need one more for that. And the Judgment. It's about you guys needing to be honest with each other. The blockage is you guys needing to be honest with one another. Because I feel like when the honesty, when there's the accountability, when there's accountability in this connection, and there's true honesty, not just with each other, but with yourself, that's when this connection is really going to reach its highest potential. Never before. Why the Nine of Cups reversed? What is it that they're missing? What they're not telling you is the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles. Why the Eight of Swords? The Six of Wands. This person really questions whether or not this can be a success, because they can feel like somebody here is too selfish, or even if it's them, they could feel like they're not really getting what they want. They could feel like it's either just not available or you won't make it available to them, but they want success. They just don't know if it can happen, but they're willing to work on it with the Knight of Pentacles. They're like, all right, I'm fucking in this. You know, I'm in this. I'm willing to put in the work. They want to be with you. Like, this person hands down wants to be with you. Like, there's no question about it. We have new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. And then we have Aquarius. So maybe you have these placements in your chart, or maybe you're dealing with one of these placements. So I feel like the way that we are going about reassuring one another, the way you guys are going about validating each other, being vulnerable, I feel like you're going to need to focus on the friendship aspect of this connection, like where there's a mutual respect. Because the thing about like friendships, a lot of the times, at least what I notice is there's not all the time, but there's a little bit more respect in friendships than there are in love relationships. And I don't know really why that is. I don't know if it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that is. So I feel like there's this underlying respect that's needing to be built between the two of you. And so I feel like that's going to happen when you guys are willing to work on the friendship, which is only going to build the respect. But I feel like respect is a problem here. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, you can do so right here on YouTube. Have a good one. Oops. Oh no. All right, there we go. What's good, Zaza? Thank you. What's up, Mad Mads? All right, you guys. I just have to use the restroom super quick. Just give me a second and I'll be right back. All right. Thank you guys so much for waiting. All right. I'll take a cheeseburger. Is she getting whatever? All right, let's go ahead and move on. All right. All right, let's do Virgo. What's going on, Virgo? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see your person's feelings for you. And their energy is the King of Wands. Could be dealing with a Leo. And their feelings, ooh, damn. Okay, King of Pentacles. We have Taurus. Five of Swords reversed for what they're not telling you. Okay, well, I don't even want to clarify, but I know I have to. Ooh, Emperor reversed. Aries. Four of Pentacles reversed. Why is the Emperor reversed? Ooh, I don't want to be like insulting. 4 for 4 on the clock. Well, okay. What is that Four of Pentacles reversed? the best way that I can really explain this is to tell you that when it comes to this person's charm, their attraction for you, attracting you to them, very confident. Okay. They got the charisma, they got the charm, they're all about it, right? But when it comes to this person's sense of inner authority, control, I don't want to say leadership, but this person may be a bit, I don't want to use that. I don't want to say that. A little deluded in regards to how much power they have, or the kind of leader that they think they are in regards to this connection, or the amount of power that they believe that they have in this connection. Because the King of Wands, like, he's great, right? Love the King of Wands. Super cute, sexy. He's gonna make you laugh, right? He's, he might slap your butt in the kitchen, or he's adorable. Okay, he's very charming. He's very fun. He's fun. The Emperor in the upright is somebody who doesn't have time for games. I don't have time for games. I got to get my shit done. I need to run the roost. I need to put any kind of petty, ridiculous emotions aside, and I need to take care of business, and I need to take the lead. And the Seven of Cups is clarifying the Emperor reversed, which tells me that there is a bit of a delusion in regards to who this person thinks that they are. That sounds so crappy. I'm sorry. I don't know a nice way to like say it, or to not, like, I don't know, like emasculate this person or whatever. I don't know a nice way to say it. And so, like, I think that they're willing to take chances on you. I think that they're even maybe willing to spend a little bit of money on you, be generous with their time and their energy. But I don't think that this person is who they believe that they are quite yet. And that's okay. Right. But I'm afraid that this person, may try to assert control by keeping you in limerence, or keeping you in this like fantasy state about who they are, or what you're going to offer them, or or what they're going to offer you, or whatever it is. Okay. I hate my Mercury in Libra sometimes, because I'm always like, oh, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. God, fuck that. Sometimes I just want to say it. um, so yeah, okay. Well, let's move on. I don't feel like they're a bad person. It's like they're just, they have the right idea, but they're not there yet. Um, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and the Star reversed. This person I'm getting a lot of this today. I don't know why I'm getting so much of this today. But this is somebody who, like, they are either committed to you, or they want to commit to you. They want to provide. Okay, there's something that they want to provide, and it can be monetarily, it can be just a stable, loving home and relationship, whatever. Like, they want that, right? But they're writing checks that their ass can't cash with that Nine of Pentacles reversed. And this person is like trying to sell you a dream, but they don't quite yet have what it takes to make that dream a reality. So they're selling you a fantasy, or they're future faking, or they're, and I feel like it just comes from an unhealed place, because they don't even really have the faith or the hope that they can actually deliver these things that they promise. I think that they love the idea of what they could give, but in reality, I'm not saying no dice, but not the dice in Vegas, right? Where you win like 50 grand. Like it's the dice that you play like in a hotel with your friends doing craps, like or playing craps or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm not like diminishing this person, okay? I'm just saying that and they may have a lot to offer, but they may be trying to jump the gun a little bit and offering more than what they actually have to give. What's this person's intent with Virgo? It's that Tower. The King of Cups reverse. The Seven of Pentacles with the Tower, the King of Cups reverse clarifying the Tower. It's like so the Seven of Pentacles, it's not a bad card. It's just like, okay, so if this is intent, my intent is to invest in this connection, okay? My intent is to do that. But this person may start getting frustrated if like if they're not getting what they want from you from their investment. And I feel like they want their investment is supposed to lead to change, but I don't know if it almost feels like they're expecting more than what they're willing to offer you. That's what it feels like. Five of Swords reversed, Death reversed, Four of Swords reversed. The land of milk and honey for this person is in the change they're not willing to make. This person, what they're not telling you is that they always just feel like they lose. They always feel like they're never going to win. And they're holding on to that perspective. It almost feels like a bit of a victim mentality, but I think that if they were just more so like real with themselves about what they can offer, what they actually want, they wouldn't lose. Because being authentic about what you can offer, who you are, you can't lose with that really. Right? In perspective. I don't know. Bring love into the situation and Chiron. I feel like this person is deeply insecure. Like, even though, like, don't get me wrong, it's not even necessarily that they are in. Okay, let me put it like this, right? I can look at myself and be like, yeah, I'm pretty. Okay. I look pretty, you know? I look okay. But I'm also not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm a Victoria's Secret model. So, you know, and I'm gonna go audition to be a Victoria's Secret model. So if if I'm just real with me and be like, yeah, I'm a pretty lady, you know, and not being like, oh yeah, but you know, I'm gonna go be a Victoria's Secret model and I'm gonna do like, okay, well, you know, and so that's where the lack of confidence is coming from, is cashing checks that the ass can't cash. You know what I'm saying? Writing checks that the ass can't cash. Do you know what I mean by that? So I can be confident, being like, yeah, I'm a pretty lady, right? Until I like, okay, you know, I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm trying so hard to explain that. And so I feel like I don't think this person necessarily has a bad intent per se. I don't know if they're willing to do the work to own this confidence they claim that they have. And I feel like all you can do is maybe love this person through it, because I do feel like the two of you both have some kind of mutual wound here, maybe. But all you can do is love people through it sometimes. You know what I mean? And call it a day. What's up, Brooke? Nice to see you. I hope that that makes sense. Right? Planet LX. I hope I'm saying that right. But that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that that made sense for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can do so right here on YouTube, okay? Ooh, goodness. Okay. Let's move on to Libra. What's up, Scott? Yeah. Oh, you did? That's so kind. I'll definitely have to check it out. Thank you. Okay, Libra. What's going on, Libra? I hope you guys are doing well. You're welcome, Mojo. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you. You, I don't know what that was. Sorry. That Virgo reading totally threw me off. That was like, I was trying so hard to explain that. Okay, Libra, let's go ahead and take a look at your person. Okay, the Queen of Wands. This person is a feminine. The Two of Wands and their feelings. The Chariot and what they're not telling you. So we have Aries and Cancer here. Let's see that Queen of Wands. What's that Temperance reversed? Three of Swords. This person has people jealous of them. See that Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, Butters. See that? With the Temperance reversed and the Three of Swords. For some of you, this person feels like you're jealous of them. Okay. This is somebody who's pretty, I would say, fairly confident in themselves. They're looking great. You know, this could be like a performer or somebody who is maybe in the public eye, or this person is just has some great leadership qualities. You know, I feel like when this person walks into a room, it's like, damn, aura. You know what I mean? With that Seven of Wands there, this is somebody who feels like they're in a constant battle with you. They feel like they have to kind of keep their defenses up a little bit, either because they feel like you're jealous of them, or they feel like you're putting them in some kind of competitive scenario. This could be somebody who has a lot of people who want them as well. The Temperance reverse, they feel like something is imbalanced between the two of you, where like something isn't really fair and it kind of hurts them. This may be somebody as well who's kind of losing their patience with you. Why is that? The World, because they may want you to be more mature, or they're wanting some level of closure, or they're wanting some kind of connection here to solidify in some way. Why the Seven of Wands? The Ace of Pentacles. This person may be willing to compete for your attention in order to have like an authentic opportunity, or it feels like this is the type of person who doesn't really want something, how do I say it? Like, they're not going to open themselves up to somebody who is just a one-nighter, or they're not going to open themselves up to somebody who they feel is imbalanced or has negative, like they want something that's solid and honest. And this person is not afraid to assert themselves, like at all, you know? And for some of you, this person, while they may be attracted to you and all of that, they may feel like they need to put up some degree of distance between the two of you. This person is like a self-starter kind of. Why, this is like a bad bitch. Why is that 3 of Swords there? The Queen of Pentacles reverse. This person may feel like you have somebody else, and they're not into that. I do believe that this person has a lot to offer, and if they feel like you're kind of like trying to juggle people or, whatever, like they don't have the patience for it. I really don't think so. And I think that this person's insecurities may have been triggered either due to an addiction or due to another woman or another person, something like that. And what they really want is a completion, closure, clarity, maturity. Mm. For some of you, this person may be having a hard time dealing with some kind of heartbreak. So they may be giving in to negative coping mechanisms as well. Like maybe they're watching too much Netflix, eating too much ice cream, whatever. The Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Swords reverse. I don't feel like this is a let's sweep it under the rug kind of person. I feel like this is somebody who is like, no, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we're not going to sweep this under the rug, and I think that there's a very strong attraction. And I love that the Ace of Wands is here. I love that the Ace of Pentacles is here. Clearly, they want a new start. I do feel like they have something to offer, and they're trying to make a plan to offer something or to accept yours. Like, this is not somebody who's going to be coy. Like, oh, let me drop my napkin so you can fucking pick it up and I'm going to pretend like I didn't notice. Oh, thank you so much. It's not like that. It's like, I feel like this person is very direct. They know what they want. They very much know what they want. Like, it's hot. It's sexy. As a bisexual, I love this kind of woman. Okay. Tell me more about that Two of Wands. 10 of Wands. Like, if this has been an on and off again thing, they're like, okay, either I'm going to stick it out with Libra or I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to close it out and I'm going to start anew. Okay. So it can be that as well. This person, if it's not that, this person may be willing to make plans to kind of carry the weight of the relationship to a point so it can have like a chance or you guys can start. What this person isn't telling you, the Chariot, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. I love this. This is somebody who's very in control, very determined. Their insecurities are not holding them back. They want a relationship, they want to have fun, and they're willing to put in the effort because I do think that they have a lot to offer. And I think this person also has high standards, not just for others, but high standards for themselves as well. And I feel like this is somebody who essentially accumulates a lot of haters because they either are so beautiful or are so handsome or very talented or very confident. And people get intimidated by confidence. And I feel like this person has that. And I feel like this person does not have fucking time to sit around and, oh, what are we doing? Like, I don't think that that is who this person is. Like, this person is very motivated, very headstrong, has leadership capabilities, and has aura, honestly. So I don't dislike this person. We have luck is on your side. Whoops. Luck is on your side. And then we have house 10. So I feel like a new beginning needs to start in regards to your relationship status, in regards to how you're showing up in the public or in the world. What are you known for? What do you want to be known for? I feel like this person would be a great asset to you if they're not already, like a great asset just in regards to how they make you look, like their aura points kind of, bleeding into yours kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you really try with this person, if you implement some kind of structure, some discipline in regards to how you're showing up, your sense of integrity, like all of those things, I feel like you will get a lot more than you bargained for in the best way, especially with this person. So Libra, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat question and get your cards read during the live, you can do so right here on YouTube. Have a good one, Libra. Thanks. All right. I have a Libra stellium. It's both a blessing and a curse. Oh my God. Yeah, I have my South Node in Libra. I have Mercury in Libra. What is the other thing? It's not my part of, I have my vertex in Libra. But I have a 6th house stellium. So if we're looking at Placidus, I have my Sun, part of fortune, Mercury, South Node, Pluto, vertex, all in the 6th house. So I have Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio in there. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio. All right, what's going on, Scorpio? Let's go ahead and take a look at your person. Okay, King of Swords. The 8 of Wands and their feelings. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, and then we have the Sun or a Leo. This is what they're not telling you. I like this, but let's see. Let's see. Don't want to speak too soon. 4 of Cups. This person has regrets, but they're trying to play it off like they're disappointed. This person has regrets, but they're trying to play it off like disappointment or like projection. That's immediately what I got with that. See that King of Swords, 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups? See that King of Swords is like facing the away from that 4 of Cups? It's like they're trying to detach because the 4 of Cups plus the Ace of Cups, that's 5 cups. 5 cups equates to the 5 of Cups in tarot for me. And it feels like because that King of Swords is looking in the opposite direction, it's like it almost feels like they're trying to play off some level of regret, is like, oh, like I don't even want it, or oh, I'm just disappointed, or oh, it's not a big deal, it that's what it feels like to me. Like there's a sense of detachment here. What is that 4 of Cups? The Knight of Wands. It feels like this person is trying to, okay, this is so specific. I'm so sorry if this doesn't resonate. But it feels like this is somebody who tried to maybe or going to try to approach you in a certain way, like lighthearted or spunky, spontaneous, flirty, but like it doesn't work. And now they're like embarrassed or something, but they're trying to play it off like, oh, well, I was just messing around. It reminds me of that guy at the gym that I was telling you guys about. um where he was like just talking to me for like 10 minutes at the gym. I was like, well, I don't want to waste your time, I'm not really interested right now or whatever. And then he's like, oh, I wasn't hitting on you. I was like, okay, you know whatever. That's what it reminds me of. And then he like acted awkward the entire time. That's what this reminds me of, a little, just a little bit. Now I do feel like this person like got a hint or got the hint, or because they approached something, they approached you or they approached the situation in a way that it didn't hit. Okay, and now they're trying to detach from that, even though they're a little embarrassed. They're showing up now in a different way. They're not showing up as the Knight of Wands anymore. Now they're showing up as the King of Swords, which is okay. Let me be very logical about this, but that Ace of Cups is behind it, which tells me that the intent is love. Because maybe this person, was trying to play with you or something like that, and then you let them know, like a Scorpio would, right? But you let them know, or you cut it right off, or something. They're like, oh, well, I can't mess around like that, right? And I'm just going with what my intuition initially told me. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Now in there, wow. And their feelings, 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, the Fool reversed. Well, I feel like they know it's not going to be easy, or it hasn't been easy, but they're wanting to talk. If this is long distance, they feel like they want to come visit. I feel like this is somebody who's trying to fight for this. The Fool reversed, why is that there? The Page of Swords, they're still trying to feel you out. Like there's something, even if this is an established relationship, like, I don't know, maybe you guys got in like some kind of fight and then they tried to, flirt it off, or they tried to be like, oh, maybe they were just trying to have makeup sex and you're like, no, and now they're fucking embarrassed and they're like, okay, well, apparently I need to approach this in a different way, right? And so they're trying to kind of feel you out, whether it's new or past, and they're a little afraid to, they still kind of feel like they have to have their guard up a bit, because I feel like there's a sense of nervousness here, or something that you did kind of surprise them, like, oh, okay, so they're feeling you out, they're trying to like look for the signals, something like that. This is the Sun for what they're not telling you. Oh wow, Queen and the King of Swords, huh? This person definitely ooh, don't give this person a reaction. That's what I'm getting from this. Don't give this person reactions. I feel like it makes this person like, this does feel like a man, okay? And men, don't get mad at me, or you can just keep it to yourself, right? Wow, the color of my hair, my natural hair, it looks so pretty today. Holy crap. I love that. Wow, that's so pretty. I can't go all the way that color though. Okay, anyway, sorry, it's not about me, right? So like when you're dating a guy, for instance, right? They'll call you crazy, right? They're like, "Oh, you're so emotional or so reactive," or "Oh, girls are crazy," right? Blah blah blah, and like you're blowing up the phone. You're like, "Where are you?" The second you stop doing that, then they start caring. You know what I'm saying? They low key miss it. Don't let any man tell you that they don't appreciate a crazy girl, because they do. It makes them feel wanted. It makes them feel cared about. Okay. Now I'm not saying like showing up in their bushes with fucking binoculars and a knife and a roll of duct tape. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, but they like it when you care a little, and I feel like this person enjoys your reactions, even though they may act like they don't. This person really tries to play things off a lot. This person adores you, by the way, with that Sun there. I feel like this person absolutely adores you, even when you're acting fucking crazy. And they feel like you settle for them. So for some of you, this person feels like you settle for them. And they may feel like you could do better. Okay. Your advice, what do you need to release and then fire? Some of you have some anger problems, or some of you have some pent up frustration that you need to get out. But there's something that may be hindering your sense of confidence, passion, bravery, optimism. What's the hindrance? What does Scorpio need to release? The Magician reverse, self-doubt. I feel like for some of you as well, you have some kind of talent, gift, skill, or ability that you're ignoring, and you need to put it to use. Stop fucking around with that. Like there's some kind of talent that you have and you're just either screwing it off, or you feel like you have imposter syndrome or whatever. Like you got to get over it. I hate to say it like that, but you got to get over it, because that gift or whatever needs to be put out into the world. Okay. So, Scorpio, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can do so right here on YouTube. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so on my website at violettaalexis.com. That information is in the description box below. Hair model, listen, period, meow, period. What's up, Nick? Nice to see you. What's up, Delani? What's up, J-Dubs? All right, Sagittarius. I only got 2 Sag placements, Uranus and Saturn. What's up? Damn, meow. Okay, listen to that Scorpio stellium. Shit. All right, Sag, let's see. All right, Sagittarius. We have the Five of Wands and their energy. We have the Hangman. You could be dealing with the Pisces. That's their feelings. The Page of Cups reversed for what they're not telling you. Okay, let's see. Let's see that Five of Wands. Ooh, Lovers reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. To put it plainly, they're really fucking confused. For some of you, this person has got themselves in a dramatic situation because there are other people involved now. It's either that other people are influencing their decision when it comes to the two of you, or they are romancing other people, or they are, giving in to other people or something like that. There could be some unrequited love going here, or they're going on here, or they're not really sure how you actually feel about them. Tell me about that Lovers reversed. The Hermit. Ooh. You seem to be teaching this person, whether you're doing it consciously or subconsciously, you seem to be teaching this person a lot about who they are when it comes to relationships, who they are when it comes to love, how they have looked for maybe validation or love outside of themselves. And so they're having some realizations about that. They're also having some realizations around intimacy. They're having some realizations around um their values, their morals, the foundation that they build their life on, their personality, their character, their relationships. And there's a lot of kind of questioning going on about that. And I feel like you're the one that made them question this. What is that? Two of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Wands. It's almost like they're beginning again. It feels like they have a different perspective because of you. What's that Five of Wands? The Ace of Swords. There may have been a truth that came out that ended up causing some kind of drama between the two of you, or they're feeling conflicted because maybe they want to be honest with you about a situation, but they haven't yet. And so they're like wondering, like they're undecided on whether or not they want to have that conversation with you. About what? The Five of Cups, about something that they regret, something from the past, maybe that they did, or they're like, they may not know if they should bring it up. Oh boy, told you. There's that Hierophant reverse. I told you they're parking it back. The Hangman, the Six of Swords reversed, and the Hierophant reversed. So once again, it's just what I said. There's something that you've done in the way that you've either lived your life or the way that you've existed, the way that you've communicated, what you may have said to them, that is causing them to change their or shift their entire perspective on who they are in a relationship or what they've built their life around, the way that they've built their character up to this moment. And and I feel like there's this stubbornness or this maybe self-righteousness or this energy of what they believed so hard to be true. It's my way, the highway. This is the truth. I don't care what anybody says. They're circling that back because of something that you said or did or in the way that you've existed. What did Sagittarius do or not do that gave them this perspective? The Seven of Swords reverse. You were honest about something. I'm getting something about integrity here, or you offered up some kind of information that made them question who they are or what they should be being honest about. Like it feels like you were honest about something that like would have put you in a rough spot. Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Mojo. like that would have incriminated you, you know, to put it dramatically. And they're like, damn, like if Sagittarius is like this, if Sagittarius is this honest, if you know, like that really has me thinking. Because it feels like inspiring, like you've inspired this person to be more accountable, be more honest. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Sag. I feel like you guys have the most powerful reading. Not necessarily like the most positive, like, oh my God, you know, I feel like Aries has the like the most positive reading so far. I feel like you guys have the most powerful reading and in your influence and the way that you would have influenced this person. And like whether you're a Sag sun, moon, or rising, like your ruler is exalted right now in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. So I feel like your influence is pretty potent at this time. What they're not telling you, Page of Cups reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Empress. This person feels like a baby next to you. Not necessarily that they're younger or anything like this, but I think that this person sees you living in your sovereignty, I guess you could say, knowing what you're worth, knowing who you are, you know, to a certain degree, right? We're always still learning and growing. But I think that this person feels such a deep connection with you at large because of who you are. Tell me about that Page of Cups reversed. The moon reversed. You kind of awaken these fears that they have about themselves, about, you know, maybe playing victim or about being naive or emotionally immature or whatever. And there's something about the way you conduct yourself. Like this person almost looks at you like a parental figure. Even if you're like a younger woman, like there's something about you that is very like maybe nurturing and just whole. Wow, this is such a contrasting message. You have be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. So some of you, for some of you, either this person or you can be a Capricorn, Aries, Libra, or Cancer moon. Okay, that's not for all of you. And then we have yin, which is very different from be bold and make the first move. Yin is about femininity and receptiveness and intuition, trust, patience. And I feel like when it comes to you being, because I feel like you guys are the ones who are leading by example. So it's one thing to kind of put something out there. It's another to keep trying to put it out there. I feel like you can, you know, put your little hook out there into the with your little, you know, whatever. Let the fishy catch it, and then that's it. You don't put another one out there. Does that make sense? So like you know, don't overdo it when it comes to this person. You can nudge them in the right direction, but I wouldn't try to overdo it. Most powerful reading of the evening so far. We got one more to go, so we'll see, Capricorns, but you guys definitely have the most powerful reading. So, Sagittarius, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, you can do so right here on YouTube. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. All right. Thanks a lot, Sag. Best of luck. Woo! That energy was serious. Wow. Great reading. What's up, Amira? Oh, yeah? Damn. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Meow. What's up, Small TV? Thank you, darling. It's nice to see you. Thank you for the sunflowers as well. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. All right. Hello, Lisa. What's up, Kisi? All right, guys, let's see. Capricorn. Let's see. Ooh, okay. You could be dealing with a younger earth sign. Okay, I like the Page of Pentacles. Out of all the pages, the Page of Pentacles is my favorite. Okay, that's their energy. The Knight of Swords reversed for their feelings, Gemini. The Strength reversed for what they're not telling you, Leo. This is a woman. Queen of Cups reversed. This is a woman. The Justice. Libra as well. Cancer. Why the Queen of Cups reversed? The Knight of Cups. They don't trust the way that you're taking action. Okay. And I don't know why. I think they're trying to figure out if it's real or not, if it's honest. This is a person who's no slouch. Okay. That Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Justice. Not only are they no slouch, this is somebody who is always trying to, for the most part, is always trying to do the right thing, at least in regards to you. This is somebody that regardless of their emotions, regardless of how they're feeling, they are 9.9 times out of 10 going to pick the moral decision, something that aligns with their moral compass and who they believe that they are or who they want to be. From what I'm seeing, now this is not like a full reading, but from what I'm seeing, this seems to be a good person. They may not be the most emotionally stable in the current moment, but I don't think that's going to affect their decision making. They are quite composed despite their distrust. Tell me more about that Queen of Cups reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed. They're wondering if you really care. And I also think that they're wondering if they should worry about you in relation to them. You know, I don't know. Is Capricorn being faithful? You know, but they seem to be in the energy of doing right by you. And they're putting in an effort. Like this is not like this is a person who has either with you or on their own completed the pentacle journey. Okay, so their physical journey, their money journey, their, you know, they've been through a very long path. This is a person who has worked very hard in their life, because the Page of Pentacles comes after the Ten of Pentacles, which means they went from the Ace to the 10. They completed that, and now they're here. And they're growing into a King or Queen of Pentacles, I would imagine, or that's what they're working towards. Somebody who's stable, somebody who takes initiative, somebody who's grounded, committal. And there's like like potentially a higher level of commitment that this person is I almost want to say naturally attracted to, I guess. So I'm not really getting a bat, but let's see the feelings. Oh, okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, please excuse my French, but I heard, yeah, fuck that. Okay. And the reason why I feel like I heard that, so this is interesting because these are two different decks, right? So we have the Knight of Swords reversed, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Swords in the upright. I think that when this person feels like they don't have it emotionally together, they just need to dig up that confidence inside of themselves, and instead of taking a passive approach to the connection, they take more of a leadership role. They're very attracted to you, right? But I feel like that is very minute in the grand scheme of how this person feels or who this person is. Because this can be somebody who feels like sometimes they're just like, ah, fuck it, you know what, I'm not even gonna say anything, and then like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking say something. You know, like that's That's kind of what this person's making me giggle a little. I think they're really cute. I think this person's really cute. Okay, what is the Knight of Swords about? The King. Yeah, if you're being honest. If you're being honest. They don't know, like, if your emotions or your love for them is 100% genuine. And so sometimes you're just like, oh, whatever, I just don't say anything. And then like, no, I'm going to say something, And I feel like I don't know if they'll come right out and say, do you really love me? Or do you really have feelings for me? They may like kind of, like, I don't want to say test you, but like, for instance, if this person asked you to do something, a while back, or like maybe they came to visit you at your house, and I don't know, maybe you're old school and you have some DVDs, and they saw that all you really have is like horror movies in your house, and they're like, oh, like it would be, maybe they said something along the lines of, oh, it would be really nice if maybe like, you bought like, I don't know, The Notebook, or maybe if you bought maybe some sci-fi thrillers, or something like that. And so next time they go to your house, they're going to check, did you buy a movie that you think they'd like? Because if you didn't, they're going to take it as, oh, you're not listening, you don't really care. It's something like that. Tell me about that Strength reversed. Oh, this person can be so hard on themselves. This person is so hard on themselves. And I think, sorry, Strength reversed, Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress reversed. Like, it feels like this person can't not be critical of themselves. And I feel, you know what I feel like now listen, now I'm getting like a message about this person was either the scapegoat a lot in their family or from a partner, or this person was always blamed, or they were always made responsible for people, places, things that were not their fucking responsibility. And I feel like this is somebody who has now internalized this as an adult, and they feel like they have to overdo it or overgive sometimes in ways that they really shouldn't. I really like this person, Capricorn. This is definitely a woman though. Okay. Like, just so FY, I don't say though, like that's a bad thing. I mean, like, if you're a woman, then this could be about like, this is you. Okay, that's what I mean. Your advice is, whoops, it's time to release negativity in house 12. Well, house 12 is where we release and let go. And that can be, house 12 can be around our fears, our self-sabotaging behaviors, anything around mental health, addictions, drugs, or whatever, right? Whatever it is, maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Okay. Maybe you need to focus more on your spiritual evolution, maybe more meditation, more alone time. Cause I do feel, Capricorn, like there are some things that you're needing to let go, especially in regards to your subconscious. And you have to go to the root of the problem, and figure out where that's coming from. Like, what is that for you? So, Capricorn, that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. If you would like to book a super chat question and get your cards read during the live, you can do that right here on YouTube. Timestamps will be available after the video is posted. And if you guys would like to book a personal reading, you can do so on my website at violettaalexis.com. That information is in the description box below. All right. All righty. Thanks a lot, Small TV. I appreciate you. Love from India. What's up? Thank you. All right. What's up, meow meow? Aw, thank you, baby. I'm so sorry I didn't see that. Thank you so much. All right, let me go back to so I know we had a couple of super chats on the original live that I did that basically shit the bed. So let me go back and see that really quick, okay? All right, let's see here. Here we go. Why am I not? Oh, come on. Now those questions are not showing up from the pet. Is Sarah here? I'm so pissed. Why aren't they showing up? Of course. Maybe it's on my phone. I do not understand why those old super chats from before are not showing up. I feel so terrible. They're just not showing up. Okay. Wonderful. That's so great for me. God damn it. Wow, that really sucks. Well, I deleted the stream because it didn't, it wasn't working or whatever, but it shouldn't have deleted the super chats that came with it because people spent money. So I don't really understand why. Am I like missing something here? Because it's just like not showing up. It's just not fucking showing up. It's not, the other two super chat questions from before are not showing up. This is why I hate using, one of the many reasons why I hate using YouTube for super chat questions. I just don't even think I want to use YouTube anymore for super chat questions. YouTube fucking sucks. I'm just going to use Hipsy. I'm so sick of this shit. I absolutely just, sorry guys for all the cursing. Okay, so you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and do this. So try what Mojo Violetta, look in your YouTube studio under earn. Well, I know I did that. Yeah, that's where I'm at. No, I know how to do it. I'm there, but it's not showing the two ones, the two super chat questions from the previous stream. It's not doing that. It's just not doing it. So that's where I am. Oh man, that's crappy. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Lori, I want you to timestamp Sarah and Lucine. Okay, timestamp Sarah and Lucine right now. So, Sarah and Lucine, for some reason, your super chat questions are not showing up on my feed anywhere on YouTube. So what you can do is just email me at info@violettaalexis.com. That information is in the description box below. And I will just record your super chat question and I will send you the video. Okay. So that's how we're going to do that. No, Lori, Lucine, like this. Lucine and Sarah. Okay, so that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm so pissed. I wish I would have screenshotted it. Well, that'll teach you, right? Okay. So let me go ahead and now we're going to move on. All right, we have Wesley. Let's see. Wesley Walker. Okay, let's see what needs to be addressed in order to progress. The temperance reverse. I would be cautious of spreading yourself too thin, quite frankly. The temperance reverse can be where we're doing too much. And it's actually not that we need to do more, it's that we need to do less. Like, even if it's something like time management or not giving too much energy in one specific direction, just not trying too hard to fix everything or overcompensate in some kind of way or trying to people please or make everybody happy. Tell me more about that temperance reverse. The 7 of Wands reversed. I feel like you're at risk for burnout. I don't really think it's about doing more. You know how they kind of say work smarter, not harder? That's what I'm getting. So like well, I guess I don't know if you'd really understand what I'm saying here if I try to use YouTube as an example. Okay, so like for me, right? I do one-on-one calls behind the scenes when it comes to tarot, right? But before I was doing so many lives per week that I was just burning myself out. I was burning myself out. So instead of doing all of that, what I was doing is I was just taking private calls behind the scenes instead of trying to do this and do that and do TikTok and do right? In order to like increase my income and make it so that it's not so heavy for me. So what is a way that you can integrate a new idea into your day-to-day or what you're feeling like you're doing too much of? How can you minimize that in a way and actually do less and achieve more? So if you're trying to people please, with people, if you're trying to whatever, like it's telling you don't do that. Like you don't need to do that. 2 of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're being misunderstood by someone or by people. And while that sucks, sometimes that's just how it goes. If you're understood by every single person and you're just so relatable to every single person and everybody just, gets it, I can't imagine you're that complex of a person, right? So I feel like it's about accepting that you're just going to be misunderstood in a certain direction. It's about learning from it, and it's about applying an effort in regards to your 3D world. So maybe your work, maybe it's about starting something new. The Page of Pentacles, excuse me, the Page of Pentacles can say like you've come to not necessarily the end of the road per se, but you're ready to grow in another direction. You're ready to evolve something from where it has been and from where you started to where you are now. And so maybe that's something in regards to your fitness journey. Pentacles isn't always just about money. It can also be about like your health, your nutrition, taking care of your body, things like this. So maybe you want to start that new business. Maybe you want to monetize a creative project. Maybe you want to start working with a trainer, whatever the case is. But it's not about spreading yourself too thin. It's not about doing more. It's about doing less and receiving more by doing less. And that is possible. Okay. Thank you so much, Wesley. All right, now we have Zaza. What are Chuck's thoughts about me after our date? Will I hear from him again? Is he single? Let me see. What is his thoughts about Zaza? He's a little conflicted with the 5 of Wands. He may feel like something about this connection is essentially going to cause drama. He may feel like maybe you have some drama in your life, but I feel like there's an admiration that he has. He just may not really be sure how to vocalize the way that he's feeling, or he may be a little conflicted about whether or not he should offer more. The Five of Wands can be where we have internal conflict. It can also be external, but it feels internal for me just because like the Page of Cups is here, which is like emotions. So it feels like there is some kind of inner conflict about how he is offering his love or how to continue to offer his love. I do feel like he has a crush on you. Will she hear from him again? I think so. With the Two of Swords reversed, I think so. I don't think he's going to try to avoid this. Is he single? I don't think he's necessarily in a committed relationship, but I feel like there's somebody from the past he's still dealing with, and that may be where the conflict comes from. Okay, just be cautious of that. I do feel like it's past. Mojo. What's coming for the rest of August? Thank you, Violetta. Keep rocking it. Thank you. All right, let's see. What's coming for the rest of August for Mojo? Perspective, if you allow it. I think with the Five of Cups reversed and the Hangman reversed, the Five of Cups can be around forgiveness. I mean, you know this. Forgiveness, letting go, someone forgiving you. The Five of Cups reversed is, okay, now that we're able to let go of a past situation and we're not going to allow it to affect us negatively anymore, there's 3 empty cups. That's done. That's over. Nothing we can do with that. If we try to lick it up off the floor, that's embarrassing, right? No, there's 2 other cups that we have to work with that we can integrate into our lives, and we can learn how to heal. We can learn how to use that is going to make us a better person, that's going to make us more successful. And so there's something about a letting go of the past, but the Hangman reversed is here, which is making me feel like, okay, it's released, but we're still standing there. You know, it's like the roller coaster is done, but you're still sitting on the ride, right? And they're like, okay, sir, we need you to step out of the ride. Like it feels like you're still on the ride and you don't need to be there. You know what I mean? Whatever that means. The Knight of Pentacles with the Chariot reversed. It can feel like, something is taking a long time. And I feel like you're doing something the right way for the most part. It can be a financial opportunity or maybe a collaboration. I don't know why I'm getting that. Or maybe it's just something in regards to your 3D world that while it's taking a long time, yes, it's for a reason. It's because the field is being plowed, right? We're wanting to make sure that we do something the right way, so that way we don't have to circle back and redo it. And you may be perceiving that as a failure, but it's not a failure. It's just taking time. And I don't want you to maybe become impulsive, and this road that you're going on, right? Or this new ride that you're on, I don't want you to get impulsive and make an impulsive turn and fuck it up for yourself. So I feel like it's telling you to be patient with something, because just because something is taking time doesn't mean it's a failure. It's just taking time. It's laying the groundwork for something. Okay, so I feel like you got some money, got a little bit of money coming. And thank you so much to Small TV, and thank you, Meow Meow, for the love. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, everybody who came through tonight. I hope that you guys have a good one. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much to my wonderful, perfect, beautiful mods, Complexity, Lori, and Kinez. Thank you guys so much. You're very, very, very welcome, Wesley. And yeah, Geminis aren't patient at all. You know this. Yeah, but don't you have that Virgo rising? You got to use that, man. Although I don't know what your Mercury is in, so that could kind of taint it. All right. I love you guys. Take it easy. Talk soon. Bye for now.